One love, where it is bond. There's so many ways that one learns how not to love himself that it's just like, how do you even, try to grasp the understanding of love, and what exactly do you do to even rekindle that thing that you were born with? What do you do to get back to that time before society came and told you that you wasn't good enough? That
what you do isn't what Joe does. You know what I mean? Like, what Joe does isn't what Bob does, and what Bob does isn't what Joe does, and so they're both not good enough.
So it's just like this is what people's logic is today. How do you get to the point where you're just like, even though I don't do what they do and they don't do what I do, I'm me. You know what I mean? And I'm okay with that because that's what I created. We live in a time where it's a lot of deceit going on, so you don't really know who you're looking at, what you're looking at, and what their intentions are. Now, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm coming at anybody's neck, you know what I mean? Because, there's enough lies in the world for me not to blame one person, because that would be foolish of me. You gotta feel it for yourself. You feel like, that's what's up, that, you could trust that, no doubt, that sounds like a good idea. Do it. Why not? But getting back to even knowing how to feel about something, you gotta rekindle that love there. Oh, what is it that you in your life? What is it that makes you happy? Let it alone. Don't even think about other people, and that's all you. A lot of times what I think of when I'm trying to rekindle love within me, if I feel like I'm losing it, is I try to go back to the days that I was in the womb, the days that I was created, and my body being created, and my soul inside of my mother. It's just like, what was it that I was sent here for? Because we all have a purpose, no doubt. I look up, the flower of life and how, everything is created and how beautiful it is. It's so beautiful. You will have a purpose on this planet to do something as beautiful as you. What was it that the universe said, I want her to be created? Or, what is it that said that I want him to be created? What is it that the universe wanted you to be created? Body is fighting off your enemies all day, literally 24/7, all day long. They are out there working hard for you, on the field for you. You have a purpose here. Fulfill it. Don't let nobody, tell you that you can't. If you ever got bullied, understand that has nothing to do with you. It took me a while to understand that it had nothing to do with who I was. It was them. Don't ever get age twisted with, wisdom. You're supposed to grow, learn something every day, but it's not true for all. There's this statue, I forgot what country it's in, and it's like a balance thing, and it was this little girl holding a book, and she took most of the weight than this older guy that, I don't even remember what he was holding, but he was just older, and, and it just goes to show that age ain't nothing but a number. Go back to those days. It's gonna be void, and a lot of people say that, going back to the darkness is bad. I necessarily didn't see, evil there. I just saw life without, before I knew what the world looked like. What was it that made me have the power to be created? It's like you will learn so much from right there. Not saying that you should throw people's ideals and, methods out the window. Do what works for you. But that's just a thing that works for me. I haven't seen anyone talk about this. And maybe there are people that, say this. But this is just me. I've heard a tradition where you go back and you look over your young self and you basically are there for them. And as you get older, your older self looks over you. I keep doing that, but something told me to go all the way back to the womb. I don't know what chakra it may be or what it may be called or anything. I still have my own thoughts, and I control that for myself as a baby. You know, like imagine it was like that your whole life, you know, and just rekindle that about yourself. And we are all creators, no matter who you are. Be proud of your creation, you know. Even though, you know, we feel like, okay, we grow, and growing is a part of your creation. It happens probably unconsciously, but it's still part of your creation. You should be proud of it. You shouldn't hold ego, I would say, but you should be proud that you were able to create. Even though it was your cells, it's still within you, so it's a part of you. Even take it back to the days of the sperm race. Hey, you won. You had that. You had that. You got that. What makes you think that because, you know, somebody told you that you wasn't good enough, that you don't have it now? Survival of the fittest, and that was your first test and you made it. You can make anything now. You can go through anything now. You know what I mean? You have the power within you to do those things. And the mind is such I have to spend my whole life trying to figure out how powerful my mind is. That was something that nobody talked about because nobody knew really, you know, because that's what happens when you're growing up where, you know, poverty stricken and areas and things like that. But I'm telling you, no matter where you're from, you have the power to create. Shouldn't be taken lightly at all. I made a video about perspective and how powerful perspective is and how it can change your life. It can enhance it. It can do wonders. I need other people's perspectives to keep me aware because I don't live everywhere. You know, I'm not like, you know, an unseen person where I could travel anywhere at any time and do what I want, you know, anywhere. You know, I can't do that. So what I do is I watch other people. One of the main reasons why plant-based diet, you know, because I looked at somebody else's perspective. Word is bond. One love. Peace.